Welcome to Fitness and Sports with Praveen. Today we have Solange Gunawijeya on the show. Solange is indeed a very unique and multifaceted lady. She's a national basketball player and a former netball player. Solange first represented the Sri Lanka women's basketball team when she was just 13 years old, and this is a Sri Lanka record. And she represented Sri Lanka in netball when she was 15 years old. She is currently the only schoolgirl to have represented Sri Lanka in 2 sports at the age of 15. In 2006, at the Basketball Junior Nationals, Solange won the Most Valuable Player MVP award at the age of 14, which is also another Sri Lanka first to add to Solange's cap. Not only is she gifted in her athletic prowess, Solange also has a beauty, poise and finesse, which made her Miss Sri Lanka for Miss Earth 2013, and in 2014, Solange won the Top Model of the World Sri Lanka, and she represented Sri Lanka for the Top Model of the World pageant in 2014 in Egypt. Now let's hear it from Solange herself and what makes her tick. So welcome Solange to the show. Solange, you have played both netball and basketball at the highest level. How did this happen?
It's a long story, and my family background, well, first of all I would say my family background is kind of a knowledgeable family background, and they were like, they're not into sports. My mom played netball, and it's not up to like not in a national level or wise, it's only for school time. So I never thought of being entering to netball first, and it was grade 2 it seems. Because of my height, I got a chance to play netball, and they like during the school time I picked a ball and I tried to shoot, not in a correct way, but because I saw these players have been shooting and defending and all, so I thought of shooting. So that's only I started shooting, and then only my coach has seen me, and she asked that you can play. If you like, you interested? Do you like to get a chance in netball? So I said, okay. And then in 2003, that was my first game in Sri Lanka schools Milo tournament under 11. So at that time it was grade 5, and I'm in grade 5, and we were pushed to do the scholarship, 5 Shishabda, right? Yes. So my parents won't allow me to go for practices, and also it's kind of a nice story, I wore my dresses, I wore my uniform. Underneath, I wore my short and skinny, and they didn't know that I'm wearing underneath that. And I go for practices, and I do my school works as well, and then only we got into Milo All Island, qualified for All Island Milo Championship, and then how only I started my sports career. And then after 2-3 years wise, I got into basketball because of the height as well. And then I much give up on netball, because eventually I started playing basketball because it's a speed game, and thought of having a try of it. So that's how it comes. And then you eventually played 2 sports for national level as well. Wow. So ended up within. Wow, so that's something very unique. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. Are there common skill sets for netball and basketball?
Every people, like in outside, people think these 2 games are very similar and very common, but when it comes to both games, it's totally different, with the footworks and the skills, because basketball is kind of a very fastest game, and netball is 2-stepped game. So it's really hard when it comes to those games. And when we talk about the team spirit as well, the team spirits are different as well, because in one game they could play only 5 people at once, and netball in 7. So those like the endurance and the footworks and the team spirits, those are blending commonly, but in different ways.
You experienced a knee injury in 2009. Describe your course of action after getting injured and how you continued your sports career and injury management.
2009, the injury was the black era of my life, because I was the peak at that time, and I got this knee injury. And I was fell down after the injury, so I thought of having my career was done, and I thought that I couldn't play any game. And that only I thought of having some medical treatments, and also I went to the, the injuries are common for every sportsman, like even though basketball, netball, cricket, rugby or anywhere, right? So I thought of having another chance. I thought of having, because I missed a national tournament, a national tour, Asian Championship netball at that time, and I was so down at that time and thought of having another try. And I went to the sports ministry, and they advised me to do some surgeries, and they advised me to do some treatments as well. So then only I thought of having these things powerfully. So I had a hard training period with my knee, like gym period, and I had a physiotherapies, and I had a good instruction in both ways. So probably now I'm okay without any surgery.
From being a national athlete in 2 sports, how did you make the transition to modeling? And you have achieved success on the modeling stage. Are there lessons from your sports that helped you achieve success in modeling?
Talking about the question you asked is like, I'm a tomboy, seriously. At that time, I never thought of being a beauty queen or a model, but I do fashionable things. Like, I like to wear like nice dresses, and I know how to use makeups, not the explained ones, some makeups. And eventually I got a chance. I was, in 2013, I was able to get the MVP National Sports Festival in Sri Lanka. So I never thought that. I thought, because I had a lot of TV interviews, and I was on practices. Apparently I got a call from the channel which is held this pageant. They said, you have selected for this competition, just come for the auditions. I said, I don't know who has sent it to you, but I'm not beautiful, because I am a tomboy, and I'm wearing shorts and skirts, shorts and skinnies, and I'm always in the court. So I went home, and I blasted my mom also, and my dad and mom said, you just give a try and see how it goes. And I participated, and I got selected to top 12, and apparently I was a Miss Sri Lanka in 2013. And it was a nice experience, because we had lots of ups and downs. So I took all these things as a challenge, because I have faced so much of challenges in my life, and I took this as a challenge as well. And I give a try out, and I've been crowded at Miss Sri Lanka. So sports makes all of me, sports make me perfect, and it gives patience, courage, and it gives the team spirit. So that's what I can say.
What is next now in your calendar? What does the future hold for you? What are your goals?
This calendar almost gone now. So next year, every sportsman loved and hope to represent country in an Olympic way.
Wow,
so next year is the Olympic qualifiers. So that was my main target, to perform well in that Olympic qualifiers. And hopefully after that I would be able to give resignation for sports in national level. So every sportsman love to represent our country in the Olympic way. So that's the only best thing that I have to do in next year calendar.
Wow. Solange, thank you very much for your time. You're a very special and unique individual. Wish you all the best, and keep making Sri Lanka proud on the world stage.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you. Thank you for tuning in to Fitness and Sports with Praveen. See you in the next episode. In the meantime, stay safe and God bless.